It's clear that there is a huge divide between the women on the cast of RHOP, a divide that people like to brush under the rug. And it's the obvious difference in treatment between the light-skinned women and dark-skinned women on the cast. People have been saying that the fans of RHOP are making a big deal out of nothing, but it's hard not to take issue with something that's blatantly happening in front of our faces. Bravo has a questionable history with racial issues on the show because there have been many housewives who have said or did problematic things without consequence, and Potomac is just another example of that. This season, the divide between the green-eyed bandits, Ashley and Mia, and the two darker-skinned women on the show, Wendy and Candace, is deeper than just throwing a little shade and being messy. It's colorism in full effect. From the beginning, Giselle, Robin, and Ashley especially have been the messiest women on the show. They have always jumped on the opportunity to stir up mess between the other women in very underhanded and sneaky ways. But they always managed to avoid backlash, even when they deserved it. But somehow, Candace and Wendy always seem to get the most backlash and hate from fans, getting labeled aggressive and angry when they respond to drama. And I can't help but think it's because of their melanated skin. This is something that happened to darker skinned people for ages, and now we're watching it play out in real time on a show that's supposed to be about successful black women of all shades. And not only is it happening, but it's also not being talked about among the cast like that. And it's being denied by the very women who are benefiting from the light skin privilege they receive.
Season, the Colorism Conversation has been brought up again. And
on social media, not on the show, though.
On social media. So looking at what people are saying on social media, how would you want to respond? I want to give you the platform to be able to respond to those conversations.
People are entitled to their opinion. Mm-hmm. What we know happens on our show, we know that that's not the case. So I don't really get it.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't really read what is being said.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it come my way every now and then, but I don't understand where it comes from when watching the show.
We watched Mia throw a drink on Wendy all because she couldn't outtalk her, and then she had the nerve to call her ghetto, while the green-eyed bandit sat and egged it on, and also defended it, even though Mia was the aggressor in the situation. If the situation was flipped, I can guarantee they would have removed Wendy from the group completely. It's a double standard. Candace is probably one of the most hated women on the RHOP cast because she's a wordsmith and she gets anyone together who comes for her. And I'll repeat, who comes for her. The women have consistently picked with her since she's been a castmate because she calls it like she sees it. Because of this, she's also labeled aggressive. But it's ironic because Robin is one of the most aggressive women on the show. How many times have we seen her getting into someone's face and standing up trying to fight somebody, while Giselle stands in the background and pulls the strings? It's the double standard for me. Monice was another cast member on the show who was also labeled aggressive when her and Candace got into their physical altercation. And in no shape or form is it ever okay to put your hands on anybody, period. But how certain women handled the whole situation, especially Giselle, was out of spite and very messy.
I have zero respect for you. You are a liability. I by no means want to be anywhere near you.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine, you can leave. So I am trying to figure this all out. Like, there's no justification, there's no rationale, there's no reasons beyond anything.
Do me and Jamal?
Monice was such a threat to Giselle's life that she needed a bodyguard. This whole display just added to the narrative that another brown woman was being aggressive and angry, and the helpless woman just needed protection from her. It was wrong and messy. The women from RHOP aren't the first to be accused of having some form of prejudice towards black women or darker skinned women, and I'm sure they won't be the last.
Let it go. There are not enough edges in this group to keep gathering these ponytails. I am not here for this with these little nappy heads this year. I'm telling you, I will get all this South Central out on that.
Me and black too. She ain't black with a Q.
You are being shady as right now.
Not found another white woman to sit on that motherfucker because nobody's dumb enough to do that. Put yourself in my shoes. 5 African-American women just hammered. To every one of those motherfuckers on that couch owe this world of apologies for this racism. They already tried to claim that long ago, Sheree, as you know. nobody really bought into it because the social media wasn't there and racism wasn't all that real. This whole racism thing in this day and age is bullshit.
It's sad to see stuff like this, especially when it's coming from our own, when we are all the same. Light skin, dark skin, and all shades in between. These are successful black women, and that's something to be proud of, but it's hard to enjoy when you can even sense the microaggressions amongst your own people. I get that shows like this are meant to be messy and shady and confrontational and whatever else you want to call it, but everyone should be held to the same standard, and we have to stop using such strong words like aggressive as a dog whistle to make someone look bad, because it can be dangerous. A dark-skinned black woman should be able to speak her mind with authority without being called aggressive. Direct and aggressive are two different things, and quite frankly, I feel like a lot of these women on these reality shows can dish it out, but they can't take it, and that's not fair. Some may agree with my thoughts on this, and some probably can't see it, but if you know, you know. What do you guys think about the treatment of dark-skinned women on RHOP and just reality shows in general? Do you think fans are blowing things out of proportion, or is this something that's really going on the show? Let me know how you feel in the comments, and please like this video and subscribe if you want to see more from Gossip Snob. Bye.
Bitch, I'm black. Bitch, I'm blacker than black. Bitch, I'm dark brown, bitch, chocolate brown, deep down to the soul black.